Hello and welcome into SorareAndrews, brought to you by Sorare Data. I am Andrew Lairdinho. Find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined once again by Andy Black, Black on Sorare. Today to talk about cards we hate, and yet Andy 2 seconds ago was like, so do you think of any fun cards? And I'm like, fun? We're not here to talk about fun. This is the hate episode, Andy.
Yeah, but hating is fun, right? Isn't it fun to hate? Like, let the hate flow through you. Isn't that what the...
Oh, it's one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I didn't think of it that way. I was going to say, there seemed to have been like some negative sentiment in the community over the last international break, and then there was like a push at the end. Everyone's like, it's okay, guys, everything's okay. And then people started to feel good, and then yesterday's Wemby auction was like great, and you're like, cards we hate, we're getting back to the negatives. That's what we're talking about. Although in fairness,
on topic,
this wasn't even our idea.
Yeah, it was Gator Guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Positivity Gator Guy was like, hey, I'm uncomfortable being negative, but if you guys want to talk about cards we hate, I'd love to watch that. And we were like, yeah, we'll do it. Why not? Let's go. Yeah. That's right. Let's let loose. Parrot Press, what up? Just talking about you, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Parrot Press inspired my my biggest hate card, and I can't wait to talk about it. I just can't.
Do you just want to start with them?
Yeah.
Or we have to? Do we have to lead up and there's like some big crescendo?
No, there's no crescendo. But my biggest hatred of all is Taylor Booth.
Oh, wow. That's not even... If you gave me a million guesses, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Really? Well, for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons was I was watching, what was it? Looking Up with Laird.
I thought you might bring that up.
I think you were on there, and it was you and...
I'm usually on there, yes.
Yeah. You and is it Sam Ty? Is that his name? You and Sam, and I don't know if it was Sam or Harry that brought up...
Definitely Harry.
That brought up Taylor Booth. This man or Bayern Munich product, U18 player, whatever.
American.
And everything told me I need to buy this guy. And he was sitting there on the market after I watched limited time only, Looking Up with Laird. And he was sitting there for like 0.3 ETH or something. And this is like when ETH was sky high too. So if you look at the price, I only paid $431 for him. That's not bad, I guess. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, wait. What did we say? 431?
Yeah.
Longer than a year ago?
Probably. It was a while ago.
There you are.
And he literally...
Way to go.
He literally smashed like the last 3 games before I bought him. And I was like, all right, here we go. Yeah, you got to switch to all to get his good games. But
there he is.
Yeah, it's those games. And it was like, all right, he's going to be amazing. And then he's been utterly awful ever since. Oh, Parrot Press said he paid the same for his rare.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The old early advantage you had of being an early adopter and being able to burn like money on fire on super rares instead of rares.
If you click on his card, can you look at the rewards won with him? My guess is I've won nothing with him. Look at that.
Not a single thing.
I don't know. Maybe he'll come good, right? Actually, you know what? I think that he is the type of player. He's just like the that Schalke kid that went back to San Jose, Matthew Hope. He's going to be just like him. He's going to come back to the MLS. He's going to come and smash at New England. He's going to replace Carlos Gil, and he's going to be the best MLS player of all time. So,
did either of them... Hope didn't play at MLS, though, did he? Didn't he go straight to Europe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Just like this kid.
Yeah.
He has great hairstyle. I don't know. I don't think that that's a great hairstyle. What did he do? He didn't even dye it blonde. It's like gray.
Yeah, it's weird. Did you line him up this week?
No.
Oh.
If anybody wants to buy him, he's for sale.
Andy, next weekend.
But I'm definitely not playing him.
Next weekend, home against Excelsior. This has Cap 220 written all over it.
Is his L15 even that low? I don't even think that he's like that
It's
appetizing.
got to be. Yeah, 39. I'm
Okay.
surprised it's even that high.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's 60. Once that 60 goes too.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat has been adding. So first off, thanks everyone for coming. Tuggy first in. Podium with my man Trippin' B, although I don't see Trippin' B's comment any here. Mike Baston was shouting out Jefferson Savarino. That's, I feel like, one of those that it's like, I don't have a Savarino. I did at one point. I won one actually when he was at Mineiro, and I sold it almost immediately. And it does seem like that is an extremely painful card, but I almost feel like it doesn't, like he's good enough where like he probably has paid off at some point, and you don't have one of these empty reward pages like Taylor Booth.
Yeah.
I'm laughing, but I have so many of these. John Andrews is here, said Harris Seferovic. Never knew if that was Seferovic or Seferovic. How would you say that? I'm not going to ask you. Never mind.
Not a good idea.
Yeah. Daniel Cooper said, I've grown a severe hatred of Preston Judd for missing so many chances that Ricky Puig created for him when Judd was starting. Got dropped, thankfully, just what he deserves. Alex Wilson said, I joined Sorare at the wrong time, spent too much on a limited goalkeeper and Sonny Stevens at Canberra. Contract was up, got relegated. He left to go to Greece. Now he's playing in Indonesia. The circle of life.
If you're lucky, he'll get some Asian Champions League utility.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. Hope for that matchup at away to Mumbai, and actually they're probably on the East bracket. Anyway, Alex Wilson said Vasilis Barkas because he keeps on cucking goalkeepers of mine. First Fabian De Kaiser, then Mattis Brandenhorst. Yeah, I hate that guy too. I still hold De Kaiser too. I put him in every week just in case something happens, and I'm like, oh, gotta.
You know who should be on everyone's list that I haven't seen yet in chat is the Henrik Van HVC.
Oh, Van Krombrugge, yeah.
Yeah, he should be on everyone's list because I remember at some point he was considered like, obviously not a prospect at his age, but he was considered like a really good goalkeeper, a guy that could go to a top 5 league. And look at his last year and a half.
Nothing like ruining your L15 of 0 by banging out an 81 too.
That's like the coup de grace right there. It's
totally.
It's such a slap in the face.
Yeah. Oh, you want a good one?
Nope. And I think that didn't he like start out of nowhere? Like people didn't even line him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in place of Vandevort of all people too. Like all of a sudden it was like, oh. Alex said he'll be fine from next year. I feel like we said that 3 years in a row. Like, Vandevort leaves, he'll be fine. And then next year, Genk will bring someone else in. Denarly said Wittick. He used to be good, though. And he moved. Oof. This is why you don't want your players going to different leagues. Or higher leagues, excuse me. Berger said Steen Van Gassel. I feel like that is a made-up name. Oh, Thrill. Excelsior. Oh. Could you imagine winning him after a 91 and then getting a 7 and a 29?
I think he's kind of fun, right?
It's a roller coaster. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
I didn't even know he was a goalie. I totally look past that. I'm going to show everybody the card that I hate since I used it on the thumbnail. And
Gaddy.
If you notice, I have 2 of them. And Andy's the reason I have this one because he was nice enough to sell them to me in June.
I gave him a hell
of a deal. He was going to be locked in. And so that was what, June 23rd. So what game week must have that been? It was just before the season, right?
Right.
So game week right here. They started up again in 385.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's played like 4 times, 4 starts.
Now, why did I sell him to you?
So this is great. So I have Camilo Vargas rare and Anderson Santamaria super rare. And Santamaria got benched at the end of the last season. And it was like, oh, Gotti's going to start. You should have Gotti. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I buy him, both benched.
Right now they're both benched, but don't worry, one of them will be back soon. That Robles guy is horrible. Also, why did I sell him to you?
Because you have the unique and you had
Yeah,
too
I
much
bought the
exposure.
Gotti
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
So I mean, our hate flows together on this one.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I want to go back to another card that Andy told me I should buy. He didn't sell this one to me. This is very early in the platform. This is what happens. Like, I feel like hold on, I'm going to make myself bigger because I think people really need to understand this. So when you're new on the platform and you have somebody who has been on the platform reaching out to help you, their opinion matters a lot. And you're just like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Look at these cards that he bought for $3 that are now worth thousands. Of course, like, he knows what he's doing. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, so there's this guy who he doesn't have that many cards and he just signed a new deal. And I'm just letting you in. There's one on the market. Like, it would be a really good card. And when you're early on, you're just like, oh, wow, like, awesome. Take advantage of this. And so I did.
Lay it on thick, Laird. Lay it on thick.
Yeah. So let me see when I got this card. March 24th, 2021. I would guess that it is one of, let me see. I'm going to see how many cards I bought before this one to see how much trust I put into my new friend, Andy Black, helping me on my new Sorare journey. Because I joined back in November, but like I didn't start to buy cards until like January. And so let's see. I don't even, what did I even pay for this card? Oh, $35. So granted, wasn't so much. Thankfully, I'm probably the last person to buy this card though. So it was like the 12th card that I bought. And that card is a player named Leandro Despise. Here he is. So again, I bought him in March of 2021. And I mean, we're going to have to go way back to see when so he apparently used to play for Cerezo Osaka. And then he was supposed to sign with, signed with Rosario. And it's like, sweet, Champion America card.
He played like 2 games with him, didn't he? Like if you scroll up, I think like there's a couple games where he actually played with Rosario.
So game week 1, somewhere between 126 and 184, I bought him. And if you just notice, yep, he did play. He started 4 times.
Look at that. When he started, look at his AA.
29. Look at 29 AA in 57 minutes. And he's not played since game week 226, and he's currently out of contract. Without a club, excuse me. And I still have it. What's also amazing, Andy, is that he still has his new season bonus for some reason, despite being a 2020-21 card, or literally just 2020 card. So yeah, 14 and a half. Level 19 though. Is he close to level 20?
Honestly,
should I buy a boost? Get him to 20?
But you should start a collection. And you could get this card up to be like basically like a super rare.
Yeah. What is 20% of 0? 20% bonus on 0. Is that still 0?
Hey, he might come back. The one thing I hate about him is there's a coach with the same name. So whenever I try to get news on him, I only get I get information on the coach because nobody talks about this guy.
Well, what's funny is that he could be a coach and we just don't even know. Who knows what he's doing at this point?
Yeah. But every once in a while, I'll see fans of I think it's Vasco da Gama. They're like, yes, hey, we should sign Leandro. Bring him in. Bring him in. And I'm like, please, come on.
Yeah. I'm going to go through some of the other ones. Vitterlix. At this moment, it has to be previous go Kikuchi, 0.226 for the limited. That was one of the first limiteds I bought was Kikuchi. That's an injury though. Like I feel bad for people being like, you should dislike a guy because he got hurt. Alex Wilson says, can we add Higashiguchi? Which absolutely not, because that is he is a Laird FC legend here. Level 20. I think he's been on more like reward winning teams than any goalie I've ever had. So no. Robert's saying Santa Maria is going to be in this weekend, which sounds like something that somebody has told me every week and then he's not.
Remember what I told you this midweek? I was like, they fired the coach. Santa Maria is a lock. And they even their Twitter post.
Two of them.
Yeah, they had 2 Twitter posts with Santa Maria as like their cover guy. Yet he didn't start in the midweek either. But he's a lock this weekend.
He's a lock, for sure lock. So Tuggy's saying, sounds a little bit of fraud by Andy, you selling me on this Despise card.
To be fair, I have a rare and a super rare of Despise. So
yeah, you do. You're in. Yeah.
Down with the ship on this one.
So now that you've said this, now that I've figured it out, that you get too involved in someone and you're just like, Laird will buy one. That'll help raise the floor a little bit. Denarly said, Atlas are so bad at the moment. Surely Gotti or Anderson will play again soon. I've been saying this all season. Like, surely they're going to play. Nope. Mike said this sounds like a Sorare Down Under episode. Simon blaming Alistair for bad advice. Just saying. Are there any cards that you both hate? I think we both hate that Despise card.
No, I don't. I hate Gotti though.
Why do you hate him though? Like, in fairness, it's not, I mean, obviously it's his fault, but like he's not the one who's making the decision not to play.
Maybe. We don't know.
That's a good point. True.
I don't know. I think I'm allowed to hate him. Like personally, if I saw him, I'd be like, I hate you.
Brad Craig says my most hated card is Carlos Neva of Granada. Speaking of looking up with Laird, paid 73 cents for his limited 6 months ago and hasn't even been worth that. Take a look at his scores from the season. Can you really hate a 73-cent card? Like, not to be all whaley on this one, but come on, guys.
I don't think you can. It'd be like me hating Fred Emmings. You know, it's never going to happen.
That would be the day. Let's see how Carlos has done this season.
He's got a great mustache.
It's firm. Yeah.
I
know exactly what you're going to say.
You call it a mustache? He has a little beard going. So are you going to allow this one to be called a mustache?
So, hold on. I think I have to disqualify it. So what I'm examining here. So for everybody who has no standards when it comes to a mustache is when you just have a mustache. And so when you have something else, now it's something else. And so I was trying to see if his other facial hair was like kept, or if it was just like he just hadn't shaved in a day or two. But it looks like it's on purpose. There's even a little more chin action too.
So what do you call this?
I think this is it's closer to a goatee, but it might just.
You look at this man and you say he has a beard, or he has facial hair.
So Tuggy's saying it's not connected to the beard, but that could just be like a genetic problem. Like, do you think he actually shaved like just down here?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he shaved there for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. That's a little more exotic than anything I've seen in a book or really the poster at my barber.
I like the looks of this cat. I think I'm going to buy one.
Mustache with shadow. I mean, if anybody has the appropriate qualifications to say what's a mustache, it's Germ. So
yeah, I think Germ can potentially be the judge here. Only if he agrees with me, though.
That's fair. Germ said the mustache is deliberate. The beard and shadow is lazy maintenance schedule. I don't think, honestly, I think it's not, that's not true. Like, I think he is trying to clean up this other section here. And I like this from the good place. There's mustache and then there's mustache. That's just a mustache.
He has 2 other cards though, if you want to look at those, if that will help you judge. But I think he's pretty consistent with his facial hair, it looks like.
I don't know how I feel about it. It's not a beard. There's just a lot going on in that face. That's all I got to say.
So you talked about him on Looking Up with Laird?
He was on a long ago episode of Looking Up with Laird when, because he used to score decently. Like it was when they got relegated, because it was like he's a La Liga player, now he's going to be in the 2nd division, so he should be much better. And sometimes you just swing and miss.
Well, there's Surface has one for $6, so maybe I'll buy that.
Surface does?
No, Surface.
Surface.
Yeah.
Johnny Big Rockets got a super rare for $100 last week. Oh no, 3 weeks ago, excuse me. 4 weeks ago. Didn't that guy buy a card from you?
No, I think Jimmer bought the Edu Lowen super rare from him.
Ah.
There was a whole story behind it.
Yeah, there was, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out Johnny Big Rockets. So Service said, I hate Cecina. Always injured, can't watch him. Too good when healthy not to use or own. High AA scores, but 48 hours late. No real news, etc. I hate his ass, except when I win him, of course.
Wow.
That's absurd, hating Cecina.
I think Surface just needs to be better friends with Hoodwink, is what it sounds like.
I think that is accurate.
Here's the deal. I can see Cecina being a guy that people would dislike, though. Just if you pull up his scores and just look at the number of DNPs, I can see it being frustrating.
I have one. I bet I've never
But
won it.
Also, like those batches of when he does play, I don't know. I feel like I need one.
I won once with him.
Surface didn't even mention the fact that like the K-League games don't always get AA.
Yeah.
That's probably a pretty good reason to hate him, right?
That's a bet. But that's like a whole K-League issue. That's not just Cecina.
Yeah, but just add it on as another reason. You have your list of 5 things. Make that the 6th.
Alex said thoughts on Ramon Lundqvist's beard. Let's find out. I assume it's on the card. Is that? Yeah. Yeah, it's a beard. That's all I got.
Yeah. A solid B-.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Brad said they moved up this year. That's why his scores are so awful. I wonder why we would have talked about him then. My fault. Thank you for the correction there, Brad. Parapress says Teal fucking Bunbury, which like, why?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not fair to hate a guy that like nobody should like anyway. Like there's not, I feel like there should be like a turn. Like there was a reason I liked this card once, but now I hate him. But like, who's
there is though? Like there was like he plays with the Galaxy, right?
What's that?
He plays with the Galaxy, right?
Bunbury?
Yeah, or where does he play?
Wasn't he in Nashville?
Yeah, that's right. So I think that the hope there was like he's gonna get fed all these balls from
and he's just gonna feed him all game.
Yeah, and he starts, or I guess he was starting. Yeah. How did he become a pro? I don't get it.
What's that?
Parapress said, how did he become a pro?
He's like a career MLSer too. Like
this. Yeah, he's like, I don't know. When you look at his scoring history, I think that he's just a guy that you can't own.
Right. Exactly. Charlie's adding CJ Sapong. There was a time, relatively, like within the last few years, weren't we like fairly late in the season and Sapong was like the golden boot leader?
Yeah, he went on like a little run. Look at that. That's crazy.
Like I think there was a time that people were paying like silly amounts for, yeah. Like somebody paid over $700, 0.415 ETH for a CJ Sapong.
My God. I
Germ, you
remember
can see yourself out after this offensive comment. Just
I
that's right.
bought a
CJ and
CJ
Bunbury
Sapong
played
pretty
together.
early.
Where Surface said Cecina's been injured for all the late Daegu games this season, so I guess that makes sense. Alex Wilson next on SorareAndrews beards we love, which somebody here we go. Patrick said most hated Timo Letchert. First card bought, instantly stopped playing. 10 of 10 beard though. How could you hate him?
So, Laird, now that they've done
Ooh,
that is a good beard.
that is a good one.
He's got the little hair flip going on there, just like a little curl coming in.
To be honest, if you look really quickly, he looks like Matthew, who works at Sorare. Nobody would know who Matthew is because he's like one of our developers that doesn't get any FaceTime. But he very quickly, I'm like, wow, that kind of looks like him. I gotta hold on. Let me share that in our internal Slack here. Sorry.
Now that we've done the Halloween special weekly,
Yeah.
does that open the door for the beard and the mustache special weekly?
Did you see? I'm gaining some traction with the folded arms special weekly.
Oh,
Dan wrote back to the tweet about the folded arms and tagged Paul, and Paul responded with a gif of Mbappe going like this. So I think it's coming. Do you think that they should, because there are a lot of cards on the platform with folded arms, that you should have to have all 5?
yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm
just
glad
like
we
if
agree.
there was a mustache special weekly, they should all have to have a mustache.
Yeah, this whole like you only need 2 is really like go big or go home.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, you said that the guy that won first in the Halloween one, they threw him out because he didn't have a special
Yeah.
card or whatever. So it sounds like it's pretty easy for them to go through and manually just verify, right? They go through. Yes, they all have mustaches. That lineup is okay.
Yeah.
And you
Well, it's
you
just
only
a
need to
matter
look at
of
the
like,
top 30 or whatever.
well, right. It's how many do you want to give away? Like how many rewards? Because I assume it's Paul goes through and is like, oh, I got to check all these now.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to check them all. You just check the however many get prizes.
That's what I mean. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you don't want to give away 1,000 prizes because then you're like checking 1,000 mustaches and being
Right.
like, is that really a mustache? Sorry, hold on. Okay.
We'll all wait while you send this on your Slack channel.
Sorry. It was just this important. It's like, what's his name? Is it Felipe who looks like Maxime?
Oh yeah, he does. Like
Single name Felipe.
this guy is HG to a T. That's HG right there.
Mm-hmm.
Click on his cards because there's previous versions too where he looks even more like HG, I think.
Hold on. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong. Here we go.
Yep. Uncanny, right?
Sorry, you said they're different.
I think so. No, I think the other one looks more like him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Aren't you guys glad you tuned in today?
I mean, I suppose you could have a competition where it was like lookalikes as well.
I there was somebody, I forget who the player was, but there was somebody who would like sporadically drop into the live chat during our streams and being like, Laird looks just like, and I forget who the player was. And like nobody ever responded to it as if in agreement or disagreement. It was just like, oh no, it doesn't. I forget who it was.
Yeah, I need to see who the player is.
Yeah. I really wish I could remember who it was. It wasn't anyone. It was nobody that I was like, yes, I do look like that. Somebody had some hateful things to say about Toronto after the Michael Bradley stuff. Here it is. Alex Wilson said, anyone from Toronto surely fits the discussion. It's a garbage team. And the Good Place says, as the #1 rare and super rare Toronto collector, I can confidently say they can all go fuck.
Wow. Isn't it crazy to think that they were the biggest spenders in the MLS? Like they had the highest payroll out of all the teams in the league.
Like by far.
Yeah.
And they were and
by far the worst.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember how excited everybody was when they got Bernardeschi and he showed up and they were like, wow, this guy's really cool and blah, blah. And then Insigne came and then it didn't work.
Yeah.
Should have just brought Javinko back.
They were talking about it, weren't they?
Yeah. Kuzjay said, I hate Zelarayan. I bought him and literally 2 days later it was announced he moved to Saudi. That I would hate that too.
Yeah.
Ben says Florian Mueller, Bundesliga starter from 2020. Oh, from 2025. Looks like he has loads of promise. Gets benched behind Fabian Bredlow last season and now Atabolu. Hated my first rare goalkeeper for 0.77. Eesh.
And now you can probably buy him for 0.07 or less.
Yeah, it might be less, yeah. Only one way to find out, Andy. Survey says, let's see, last sale was 0.0372. Auction this morning. Oh.
Tuggy, is that true that Michael Bradley took him to Olive Garden as a welcome dinner? Like it's hear me out. It's one of those. It sounds funny, but I think there could be some truth to that.
Are there Olive Gardens in Toronto?
There has to be.
No, I mean, some things just don't leave the border. That's all.
Yeah. Frib wants to know if he's late, but have we ripped into Florian Thauvin yet? No, I don't know him, so I'm not going to rip into him. But I know why people hate him.
Sorry, I was going back through the chat here.
Now,
Mike Basson said, I'm waiting for the Baldy Weekly.
Yeah. There's certainly the discussion we're having right now is players we hate. We're not really talking about cards we hate.
I mean, those cards I showed earlier, I hate.
Yeah.
That you made me buy. And I bought from you.
Right. I think that there's an important distinction, though, between the two. Players we hate and cards we hate.
That's fair. Let's see if I can get the camera to do something. No? It's not going to do it for you, man.
Yeah, why doesn't it work on my screen? Oh, my God. It's amazing.
Oh, and I like this. So for the Mustache or Folded Arms Weekly, the rewards are only... I mean, Nessie's got one. Could you imagine? Hey, yeah, we fixed the reward pools. It's all folded arms now.
You'd win guys that used to have their arms crossed in their picture, but now they don't.
Now they don't?
Yeah.
Okay.
Their algorithm would be messed up somehow.
Server said, Carlos Vinicius, a classic surface-to-air albatross. Surface to albatross, if you will. Bought his Super for 2.2 ETH in late spring 2020. I mean, in fairness, what was that? $38?
Yeah.
Been completely useless for 3 years, despite being quite talented. I don't even know who he is.
He plays for Fulham, but at the time, I think he was a striker at like Benfica or something. So, and I think that he was actually pretty good at Benfica. That's why he would have paid 2.2 ETH. And he's weird at Fulham. Like when he plays, I at least remember seeing him score goals. Obviously, he's not scoring that many.
I mean, this is almost exactly what you expect and want to see from like players on Sorare. Like he was at PSV, went to Benfica,
Yeah.
and took the step to Tottenham. But no, he's just a DNP everywhere.
Is that all time right there?
Yeah.
I thought that there was a longer run of him like being good, but yeah, I guess not.
No. 93, one score over 87 in his 20 years on Sorare.
It's crazy.
Brad Craig said, to the contrary, I will mention a card I love. Christian Zolis of Dusseldorf, who are about to kick off, paid $1.55 for his Norwich card last year, excuse me. And now he's doing good things in Bundesliga 2. All right. I hear you. Tuggy said Felipe looks like Kenny Powers' Mexican brother.
You know another card I kind of hate after this year? Andre Blake is totally incapable of keeping a clean sheet, it felt like this year. On a good team, on a team that like could win MLS Cup. And like they didn't keep a clean sheet all year.
Not one.
All
season.
All season. S Gator guy. He didn't keep any clean sheets.
So as someone who, I'm going to admit something to you because I feel really bad about this, but I know that like you are heavy into the Philly back line and Sean has a big one and Gator guy has 2 Blakes, I think. And it felt like, and I assume Surface has a couple, and it just felt like everyone I knew had one like last season and they just smashed. And it was like, well, I'm not winning this week. And so I fucking loved it this year that they conceded every week.
I can tell you can tell when people like, I don't know, they don't own guys and they're enjoying, like people that don't own Messi, when Messi doesn't score a goal or something, you see Trippin' B over there on the side and he's like, oh, Messi sucks. Like it always cracks me up to see that. Fripp's another one. He's always like, oh, look at that. Messi didn't do anything. And I'm just like, God damn it, Fripp.
That's right, Fit. Too many people have those Philly boys. And the worst is that all of a sudden you'll get the random like Jamaica clean sheet with Blake saves a penalty. And you're like, it's an international break. And he gets a 97. You're just like, ah.
Oh, Brad's going to bring up Kimmich. Like that was another one. Jimmer was just like going nuts, giving everyone shit about, because I mean, that 2 minute into the game red card just like totally killed so many lineups. And I loved that the karma came back to Jimmer and Luis Diaz's parents got kidnapped. Although not happy that his parents got kidnapped. I'm happy that it killed Jimmer's lineup.
Wow, that got dark. Karma to have one of your players' parents.
Yeah.
Get taken. Alex Wilson said, I feel a special warm glow when Zenit or Celtic concede. I feel that way now about like PSV, AZ, and Feyenoord. Feyenoord concede. I'm like, thank God I have a chance this week. Yeah, for real. Service said it's weird because Blake Elliott has been such a dumpster fire, yet Kai Wagner was the Sorare MLS Defender of the Year. It's basically, it's right under Ballon d'Or, by the way, for awards that people want to win.
Did the Kai Wagner racist comment get resolved yet? Or
that's right.
The good thing was I don't think they play this weekend because I didn't set any lineups with them. So,
yeah, isn't it the same with you with Carlos Heel? Whenever he doesn't score, and you're just like, oh, such a soft boy.
It is.
Yeah.
Like I won't deny that. When he got hurt, I was like, I'm not sad about that.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I like in one of our group chats, I was like, oh, what happened to him? And then I was like, actually, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't even care.
Oh man.
Let's turn it positive for a second. The Good Place said, if we're going to shout out cards we love, I need to pay homage to and Hector Herrera, super rare for 0.19. My God. I love those.
He was outstanding this year. I don't own him, and I really, 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 really regret not owning him
Yeah,
because he's
same.
like the
I remember at the beginning of the season, and even Gator guy was like, "I think he's going to smash," and I'm like, "Come on."
well. I think what hurt is we saw a little bit of him last year, and he didn't smash. Like he came in and like he took some sets and wasn't getting decisives and just like wasn't really putting up the numbers, and that's why I never went out and grabbed him. But
Mhm.
he's just been insane.
I feel like there are too many players that come to MLS and everyone's like Insigne is like good when he plays. Bernardeschi, they're like, oh, they're just gonna rip the league apart.
Yep.
Most of them don't. Like they really don't.
Yeah.
Um,
So Hector Herrera's 4 games he played in last year, he scored 31, 25, 46, and 43. And it was like,
yeah.
well, I take that back. 2 of those games were with Mexico. His games last year were 31, 25. And I guess he was hurt for a while. And then I guess he had whatever. Evander. Yeah.
Trip wanted to shout out Boanga here.
Bouanga is definitely another guy I regret not having.
But I don't feel like Boanga had that hype coming in. Like we all knew he was good, but I don't think that anybody was like he's going to destroy. Unlike Evander, that everyone was like, oh, he will destroy.
I don't know. It depends on if you talk to Fripp. Fripp was pro Boanga all preseason. He was hyping him hard, and I was like, maybe I should, and then I didn't.
In fairness, he's also hyped Evander the whole time, and it's like I think you would have expected Bowanga's stats to be Evander's.
Yeah. Look, Jerem's saying he's gonna have a
Maybe he's
massive
right on both.
season next year.
I'm gonna give you that. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that Evander was right, but you were definitely right on Boanga, Fripp. We'll see. Part of the reason I don't like Evander is because I needed his price to keep dropping for my Midtjylland collection. But like I didn't need another MLS midfielder. I had Ryan Gauld, and then I sold him. Stupidly. I hate Ryan Gauld. That's another card I hate. Ryan Gauld. Thanks, Gator guy.
Broken clock.
Sheesh.
Laird, you know who I kind of hate? Marvin. I'm kind of a Marvin hater now.
Is it even? Oof.
I kind of hate him.
I think that's fair.
Ryan Gauld is another
though?
one that I kind of hate too because, and a couple people are talking about him in chat, but I bought him at the beginning of the season. You know, I was full on Gauld guy, hype guy. I was riding his coattails. Bought a Ryan Gauld, and what did he start the year? He wasn't on sets. He wasn't doing anything at the beginning of the year. And I did the same thing Gator guy did. I sold him, and I think Gator guy bought him back, and I didn't.
And then sold him again.
Yeah. Fraud guy.
Fraud guy. I was having a conversation with him though about this run. So it was this run of, was that 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away games in a row. And Mr. I only play guys at home. He's like, I'm not going to use this card. But we went back and he's like, how many of these games would you have actually put Gauld like in your best lineup? Like you probably don't put him away to Portland when he scored a 90.
I think you might.
Maybe away to Chicago.
Yeah.
That's a midweek though, like in between. So like who knows?
Yeah, maybe he's not starting.
And then you have the weekend after the midweek at New York City, the tiny field. Who knows? Yeah. And he was like, I would definitely play him away to Toronto, like a little Canadian matchup. Who knows?
Yeah.
Way to don't play him.
Houston's so good at home.
Right. Even RSL at altitude, maybe you don't play him.
Yeah.
Colorado, you probably do. And then he was terrible.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you even get, like, he was like, I wouldn't have even benefited that greatly from these scores anyway. That's what he has to convince himself, at least. It's not that we hated galled. We just hated road games. It's just pushing the floor down for you, Mike. That's all.
Yeah. Are we buying for next year?
Galled?
Yeah.
Nah.
No. I mean, I guess technically their season's not over yet, right?
I guess. You think they're going to win the cup? Go all the
No.
way?
I think LA is going to eliminate them this weekend, but
It would be great actually if they did win MLS Cup and he had 100 in the away game in the final. He just walked off the field, went to the camera, Gator guy.
Yeah.
Oh, no balloons for that one? Oh, well. Wait, so
can you hate guys for going to Saudi? Yeah, I guess we can. They're taking the money over,
Yeah, Bryce and Gabby Vega. I'm pretty sure Sam Tai won Gabby Vega like a week before he moved to Saudi. And it was one of those cards where he was like, I should probably sell this card because it might take him a while to be great. But he was kind of a little bit of a hype boy, so he was still expensive. He's like, I don't know, it's such a cool card. I think I'm going to keep it. And then he went to Saudi. It's like, ugh. Fripp said 8 MLS teams have qualified for the Champions League next season. Why is it CCC? Is it the CONCACAF Champions Cup now? MLS Cup winner will also qualify, but that could be one who has already qualified, right?
Yeah, 8 seems like a lot. I guess they expanded that tournament?
I think just what they do for everything now. There's more teams. It is the Champions Cup now. CONCACAF Champions Cup. Great.
I think St. Louis qualified for that, for winning the West.
Sure. Because, Jay, they're taking the money over Sorare card utility. In fairness, some of them just took partial utility. Shout out to Kareem Benzema.
Shout out to Neymar.
Do you think it's possible he's not actually injured?
No.
No?
No, he's hurt.
Not possible at all.
What's your, what are you getting at here?
Like, what if he was just like, I don't want to play there. Make it look like I'm hurt. And he got hurt in Brazil. Some Brazilian doctors are like, yeah, torn ACL, can't fly back. He better stay here.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a very easy conspiracy to pull off. So I'm going to go with no on that.
The good ones are never easy, Andy. It's all about hard work. The Netflix documentary is going to be amazing one day. Anyway. So going back to Marvin, did you buy Marvin? You didn't, right?
No, I want him.
Yeah, I mean, how do you hate a guy that you won? Come on.
No, you can't do that. You can't say I can't hate him because I want him. Because I could have sold him.
I guess. Investor Dur wants us to go a little positive. Andy, what's your favorite card?
Man, that's a good question. Maybe one of Carlos Acevedo, long hair, super rare. It's the most beautiful card on the platform.
You were just about to say the whaliest thing too before you stopped yourself. I saw it coming.
What, Messi?
You were gonna it wasn't Messi. It was the maybe one of my Messies.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I like the one where
one of my Messies
his arms like this better. But
there
look at that. Look at that. Is there a better card on the platform? I think not.
I have one.
No, you don't.
Hold on, let me find it.
Germ said, "Who's the new girl?" Love it.
Sorry, hold on. I'll admit this is not actually my favorite card, but I love that it's a 28, 28, 28. Age, jersey number, card number. Thank you to Gator Guy for sending this card to me. Ricky said yours is the most emo card on the platform.
I don't know what's emo about it, but there's no guy liner.
That's fair. That's fair.
No makeup. Just pure beauty.
It's a fun card.
Yeah, except for when he concedes 3, like every week. Fun card. Fun card, Laird.
Did you not already have one?
What's
An
that?
Acevedo Super Rare?
No.
Do you want to talk about the new card that you just got that you hate?
Say that again?
You literally were like, I just bought a card that I hate, and I'm going to talk about it on Friday, and I forgot about it until just now.
Oh, you did?
No, you did.
What did I? Oh, yeah. God damn it.
Can you explain to everybody why you hate Juan Brunetta? I don't get it.
Well, it all started when he signed with Santos, and we all had Goriran, and Goriran had like sets and scored really well, and Brunetta came in, didn't have cards on the platform, and started taking over every set. Like Nando would be standing over the ball and like ready to take the corner, and then you just see Brunetta jog over and be like, "Go on, get out of here." And then Nando would be like, "Oh, fuck," and walk off. And then Brunetta's whipping the corner in there and getting the lucky assist or whatever. And I don't know, just started hating him there. And then he got cards. He got forward cards, which was super annoying because whatever. And I never bought one because I didn't like him, because my personal feelings towards him were not great.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the point now where he scores too well. I'm too invested in Mexico for like when January rolls around. If I don't own him, all the other Mexican cards I have are just like less good.
Yeah.
If I don't have him. So Dylan won him. I want a card that is in a stack that Dylan needs. Dylan already had Brunetta. He won Brunetta with Brunetta.
Right.
So I made a trade with him. I traded some kid from, I think, 17, 18-year-old kid that I think is pretty good.
Yeah, this kid. Yeah. He's
it's Antwerp, sorry. He has a Antwerp stack and a 20 stack and whatever. Now I have Brunetta. Yay.
So why didn't you just buy the forward card though?
None of those are on the market, first of all.
Oh.
The trade with Dylan was super easy. It was like, hey, you won that, I won this, let's make a trade. So I didn't have to talk to anybody, but nobody's selling the forward card. And I imagine you're probably paying maybe another $100 for the forward card. Or you should be. If somebody would trade you straight up the forward card, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
It's such a better forward card.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scores better, and you have the positional scarcity of the forward too. Yeah, my best instead of best. Brunetta is the Mexican Carlos Gil. Yup, he sure is.
You know who's not? Goriran. That might be a card.
That one run he had where we all thought he was good. He had that one insane run. Yeah. And then he was bad, and then he got good again, and then he's been bad.
I remember during this stretch, Evaldo had a super rare, and I was just like, man, you are really good at this game to like identify this. And I'm pretty sure Sean said he offered like 5 ETH for the card, and Evaldo turned it down.
Wow. And he was benched this past week.
Yep. I didn't play him this weekend.
Neither did I. Pretty
mostly
sad.
because BL Pando is going to absolutely rip them to shreds.
Actually, he might be a good play in that last home game against America because America already wrapped everything up. So they may just fully rotate in that game, or they might play all their starters to get ready for the playoffs. I don't know.
Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. Well, you know how teams like to get they either like to rest or they like to get ready. But you know how the Mexican news is. We should know. The
Yeah.
coach will come out and say whether they're gonna, start their starters or not.
Mm-hmm. Jansen said the Tigres new cards are going to be OP in the crossed hands special weekly.
Yeah. Not
was
well.
it Save It who was saying how much he hated Tigres? He's what? They can't even spell tigers right. I just lost it at that one.
Yeah.
Still laughing about it. Still laughing. Oh man. So I think to go back to the favorite card conversation, I do think my favorite card is Messi. Like realistically, that there's no card that I put into a lineup and I'm like, this is cool.
No matter what you're putting him in, pretty much your best lineup, right?
Right. But yeah.
He's certainly the most fun to watch and root for. Is there anything more fun than you get to root for literally the best player in the world?
Yes.
That's outstanding.
Yep. Mike Baston's talking about Maciel Chop. He's got to be a card people hate. Forward or defender, he is neither.
I assume that's the guy that plays for Atlanta. I saw him play live, and he's just this tall, fast guy that cannot dribble, cannot touch the ball. Yeah, he was horrible. Is horrible, I guess. Yeah, that sounds that looks about right.
Negative AA every time. Oh, there we got 3.5. Oof. Investor Dur said, imagine for a second a Messi and Barcelona card. That was the whole thing when before he left and went to PSG, who was licensed. But yeah, the Messi scores, those were literally insane. Present day, or at least as of last season, what's his name? Oscar.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
I like Brad Craig's comment here. Can we hate a card just for the picture? This year's Fran Garcia is pretty bad. He's got an incredibly punchable face. You want to pull him up? Let me punch that thing. Or it looks like he might have already been punched. I don't know.
That's a lot of hair.
I'm shocked that the league approved that. Oh yeah, start minting cards. Go ahead.
Right?
They talk about all these checks that they got to do with the team and the league and everything, and they're just like, oh, yep. Go with the guy that has his eyes shut. Oh, good God. He might as well have his eyes crossed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what one marijuana will do to you. That's what I'll tell my kids.
That's a phenomenal line. Surface, I'm with you on this. 2020 Brown Uniques, worst cards on the platform by far, all of them. The big heads particularly. Oh, awful. Who was that guy that
I'm trying to disagree with you, but
there's no way you can find an uglier card than that one.
Yeah, I don't think I can. They were awful. And they weren't even brown. They were brownish bronzes, like a weird. Ugh.
I have no idea why Raul Ruidiaz stuck in my head as one of the people that has one of these cards, but
I saw a tweet today of Ruidiaz saying goodbye to Seattle.
Does he still play for them?
Yeah, and their season's not over either, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's great. Awful.
He always, whenever
Shout
I
out Tom
see him,
C.
he looks like an old lady to me.
Because the earrings are always a little feminine.
He just looks like an old lady, like a really old Latino woman. Like, pull up another picture of him. Go to his other cards.
I'm completely agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's the last one, look, far right, that looks the most like a Latino woman to me. Something about it, I don't know.
These very feminine features.
The cheekbones or something.
Vita just showed up and I was like, what the hell did I walk into?
The most feminine card on the platform.
No, there was somebody shared one the other. Was it Kaiser? There's someone in like the Croatian league, maybe, that the guy, somebody we like saw the picture and it was like, oh, that guy's seen some shit.
Oh my God, who was it?
I don't even remember what.
Pull up Kaiser's gallery because.
Does he have one? No, I don't think he has one.
Oh
But
wait, he does.
You're right. Yes,
a stack of the team. It's a super rare stack. It's Mario. That's the guy. It's just a different card.
Here it is.
Yeah. My God. Like, what did he see?
What did he see?
Wrong.
Like, it's just media day. And he looked like he literally just witnessed like a beheading or something.
Yeah, and he's like extremely hungover. Yeah, just rolled out of bed. Like, that's bedhead. And he has not showered for weeks. Or shaved.
I don't even want to look at it anymore. You gotta take it off here. Jesus.
Oh, man.
So I actually think, did he say he doesn't? Didn't he say he didn't have cards with that picture? Oh, he doesn't have a super rare yet with that.
I guess he's gonna trade for it or something, because he's got one of the old picture.
I think you should that should have counted in the Halloween special. Like, not an error card, but just like
whoever's going
maybe his
through the
unique
lineups
should have been the first place prize. Like, oh, you want Halloween?
No, imagine they throw that out and you're like, no, it's got Freddy Krueger in there.
Yeah.
Ben wanted to know if that was the Laird lookalike card from earlier. I think not.
He's probably like a really nice guy too, and he just happened to see something and was like,
why are you making that assumption at all? I would say, judging by that photograph, he's probably not a very nice guy.
Not nice at all.
No.
I don't know. Maybe he does like nice stuff in the community.
We'll never know. He does nice stuff in the community.
Just like, what community is this?
I can't look. Oh, geez.
Investor Dare said the most hated card this was Kirchu and building a collection around him. I could see that. Yeah. Sorry, the picture is like still on my other screen. I just had to take it off. He just said, what is the ugliest card in your gallery right now? I mean, are we just saying like people are ugly, or like the cards themselves? I feel bad calling people legitimately just ugly to their face.
If it's cards, I think I have a brown unique. So
okay.
I think it's Alan Polito.
I generally like the look of Sorare cards, even like the big head MLS ones. Like,
I've got the black Alan Polito. I have a brown Robin Jansen and Brian Lozano, but the Robin Jansen is the big head.
The big head, yeah, big head brown uniques, worst cards on the or ugliest cards on the platform. Jake said he looks like someone who drew Charles Manson from memory.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
He does.
it's amazing to me that anyone could ever feel like overly negative about Sorare with all this silly shit that you can talk about. I really don't get it. Yeah, I think I like all my cards. Although I'll be honest, this card I thought
Except for
was going to
Gaddy.
do so much more for my gallery, and boy, if anybody's as soon as Shitulars becomes a thing, this guy is going to be 5 ETH. This might be the worst starting center back in the history of
Holy cow.
Sorare.
Do they just concede a ton of goals, or he loses a ton of possession?
No, both.
Yeah, of course, both.
I bet I've never won a reward with him. Oh, look at this. What is
Oh,
this?
you have
5 rewards, including two thresholds. I finished 25th in All-Star Super Rare and U23 Rare Pro in game week 290. As a reminder, we're at 421 right now.
You've won $1,000 worth of cards with this player. How can you hate him? And $600 worth of straight cash.
I still have this Hosseini. I lined him up this game week, actually. He is an arm folder. He's going to win me the folded arms weekly. But yeah, I hate that card.
Who's Bernhard Zimmerman? Is that like a goalkeeper that started and no longer starts? Because
he was a striker who doesn't score.
Gotcha.
And Pavel has him now. I wonder did I send him to Pavel? No, he's been around the way. What did I give up? I sold him for somebody at one point decided to pay $555 for this guy. Anyway. You got anything else?
Well, never mind. I won't go there.
Do you think this looks like a lady card?
A little bit.
A little bit, right?
I think, the last name hurts his chances of being masculine, but
anyway, sorry. What were you going to say that you decided not to say?
I'm not. No.
If you're not going to say it, tell me why you're not going to say it. Like, is it like offensive or is
No,
it?
Okay, I'll just say it. I don't want to drag Fred Emmings into this, but some of his earlier cards, he did not look like an adult. He did not look. He kind of looked like a combination. Well, to me, pull up Fred's like first year picture.
I was going to say
he looks like
you said like he didn't look like an adult. He was not an adult.
Agreed, but he looks like the Emperor from Star Wars, just aged like 50 years younger. But like if you put the cloak on,
like this one,
the one next to it, if you put the cloak on Fred's head and you just like darkened it a little bit, you'd be like, oh, it's the young version of the Emperor. And he gets you with lightning. That would be a special power if Sorare cards had them.
Does he not have a 2022 rare?
No, he does. He definitely does.
Oh, here it is. Oh,
Yeah.
it's out of order. Sorry.
They just keep minting him too, as he plays on their
It's
MLS
so
Next Pro
strange.
team.
Does he ever make the bench?
No, I mean,
Like,
I think
why
he's
is
on
he
the bench
never
twice this year. Clearly, there's a rule though. It's like if he's on the, I don't know, what do they have, like a 25-man roster or something? They're minting.
He's been on the bench a little bit.
Yeah, I guess he has. What, 5 times?
No, it's all these.
Oh, it's all those.
These are just bench appearances.
Well, whatever.
25.
Fucking Fred. Like even if he becomes a starter, I'll probably get my money back. Like if you look at the prices of those limited cards now,
If there's one thing I've learned, Andy, just stop looking at prices of limited cards. It just doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah.
How did you let this one get through?
What is that, like the one of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say it was the very first, but I don't even know if it was the first. 1135. 11. Oh, it was the first. Okay. I'll give it to them. Yeah, you're the reason they keep minting.
Yeah, someone keeps overpaying for them. Yeah, probably. Although I think
how many do you have?
I think Surface bought one, a rare one yesterday.
Wow.
His prices on those rares have come down quite a bit as well.
$37.
You can go buy one now though for 631. Don't.
Oh, we're going.
I think Surface though has like the next biggest collection of Freds.
With 4?
No, Surface has a lot.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He was like, that sounds like a fun idea. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of them too. It's like, yes, teammates.
Do you also own a Leandro Desabato?
I don't think so.
No?
No. I don't know. Surface has what, 2,000 cards, so maybe he does. No.
Investor Dirk keeps asking about Midgeland, and if I am, I'm doing some dumb things with Midgeland. That's all.
You're doing more dumb things with them? What are you doing now? Oh no.
I decided to make this collection on Wednesday.
Okay.
And since Wednesday, I have bought all of these cards, including some jersey mints and whatnot. And now I made a purchase. I bought. How much do you think is an unreasonable amount to pay for the jersey mint of a limited card of a player whose last non-jersey mint card sold for 55 cents?
It's a guy that you'll never play. He's just for the collection. Like
Correct.
you'll never put him in a lineup.
Absolutely never.
$10.
Sweet. I paid $3.50.
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
So I did that today. It was this Ivor Fossum card. I sent whoever sold it to me a bid or an offer for like $2 this week. We were going back and forth, and finally they got down to $3.71. And I was like, I offered $3, and they said $3.71, and I was like, nope, I'm not paying that. And then I got to the deadline, for this game week, and I was 20 points short of getting 4%. And the jersey mint would have gotten me there. And I was like, damn it. And so I sent an offer at $3.50 and they accepted. And so I have I basically have 9% on all my cards in cap 240 this week.
You need what, 9 more cards?
For what?
Well, hold
To
90
complete it?
days will go up 150 points. So that'll get you to 660. So you're 90 points short of 750. Right?
Yeah, but that's only 3 cards because you get 40 for just buying cards on auction. Actually, It's 40 right away. It's 50. Like 3 cards gets me there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
then you have to hold them all for 90 days.
So right. So the best part of this collection, Andy, is that I bought all these cards this game week, and they have 1 game left after this, and then they stop playing until the middle of February.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're
And
getting discounts.
Come on, I wish you hadn't pointed that out because this drives me nuts also. So the first card I bought in this collection was the Christopher Olsen jersey mint here, and he has the old position font, but he's the only one.
Looking back on that, why did they think that was a good idea?
Right?
Like
for real. Like for real. For real.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Johanneton, you're right. Sorry, 30 right away, 40 after 90 days. Yeah. Yep. You guys are right. Sorry. I was thinking of the jersey mints. So I bought this jersey mint yesterday. It was on auction because he's a late mint. And so he's 70 after 90 days. I don't know. So yes, this is the stupid things I'm doing now, but I love all these cards. Even better, Andy, they're 3D.
Yeah, that's true. Do you find it weird they're releasing new cards that aren't 3D?
Yeah, I hate it.
Like the Palmeiras cards and I don't know, all the Liga MX cards.
Yeah, I think it's just like for all of the whole like 3D doesn't matter, and then people get the 2D ones and they're like, oh, these aren't as cool.
It's not even that. I think to me, it's more like, I don't know. I always talk about like how everything should be kind of like symmetrical on the platform, like across different sports, same scarcity number, stuff like that. All the cards should be 3D, I feel like. But
They will be.
you think so? You think that?
Well, they'll never do a future 2D card. That's what I meant. Sorry. I don't
They'll
think
never do a future 2D card?
I don't think they'll do. Did I say 3D?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't think they will ever do new 2D cards from now on.
Well, they just did all the Palmeiras ones.
But like that was a pre-existing design. Like that's basically just the Central America or Central and South America design for like this year, 2023.
Do you think that MLS cards will be 3D?
Why are you overspending for jersey mints instead of just getting more players on auction? Because they're more fun. They're also more points.
Yeah.
It's not a lot more, but it's more.
Their new MLS cards, are they going to be 3D?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Well, no doubt.
Laird's stamp of approval, huh?
Yeah. If new, like the 2024 MLS cards are two-dimensional, I'm out.
He's out. Selling your gallery.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone.
I'll quit my job
at Sorare Data.
Yeah. I'm gone. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to, in fact, I'll just like the quick DM to Pavel, although he's not even buying galleries anymore. So maybe I'm stuck, but surely somebody. Yeah. I didn't realize how long we went, Andy.
Yeah.
A lot of hate, I guess.
A lot of hate.
Well, let's let Andy get back to work. It is Friday after all. So thank you everybody for joining. If you guys could please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Shout out to our man Quinny. Sorry, Surface. Pavel, I don't know if he's buying galleries anymore. He said he wasn't putting new money in, but he's probably just swimming in ETH anyway from all of our stupid deals anyway. So anyway, so thanks everybody for joining. What is next week? Next week we have the Endrick auction watch, which I think is Tuesday. Harry Trades is going to be with me. A few other people, we'll see. But yeah, come join for that. Monday, obviously, with the preview show, Game Week preview show with Quinny, and a strategy show with Sean. And then Wednesday, collection time only, limited time only will be somewhere in there. A lot of shows. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining, and good luck this game week.